that's why I saved you for this particular episode, because
So from 86 to about 87, I was in a foster care. That's where I was sexually molested. And I was being jumped by the teenagers and the other foster kids that was there.
we already know you ain't playing no games.
No.
So what happened that night?
She used to make me eat the vomit out my shirt through a straw. And she used to sing songs to me while I did it. Ugly boy, blow bubbles, stuff like that, right? Do you have anything to say about it? Do you have any remorse about it?
I know for a fact that is just downgrading and it's disgusting.
Gang, bang, yow! Nothing that I read in prison truthfully prepared me.
And welcome back to another episode of Experience Exzneair. This is part 2. It's all on me. So, Adam, we ended with you going to the Wild Wild West.
Right.
So, let's talk about it.
Okay.
Let's get right on into it.
So, when I moved back with my mother in 1993, my mother felt like I needed freedom. And with that freedom, she kind of basically just said, hey, just don't bring me back any babies, no diseases, or any cases. And matter of fact, you don't have to even sneak out the house. Just lock the door before you leave. Because I used to do that. I used to sneak out. She was like, hey, she pulled me to the side. Hey, let me tell you something. Listen, I don't care about you leaving. Just lock the door, okay? Here's a key. I'm like,
Wow.
okay, great. So during that time, that's when I bumped into a lot of different street organizations and gangs. Now, I had been knowing them or of them when I was living with my aunt and uncle and stuff like that. But when I got out west, I moved out west off of 38th and Moeller.
Okay.
Back then it was called Parkwood West, and the whole area over there was called Murderville. So everybody knows on 34th and all that over there is Murderville. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my guys out there, Murderville, big GD stuff going on over there. So quite naturally, not having anybody to look up to or click up with, I'm the only guy, you know, over here. My sister, she was frail. She's doing her girl stuff. I'm out here being nosy, lost little puppy running around the neighborhood. Hey, what you guys doing? Why y'all had to the right? Are we gangsters? We GDs over here. I'm a gangster. Are you a gangster? Yeah, I'm a big gangster. Okay, well, show us you a gangster. So that's where my life of crime began. I grew off just a little petty thievery, but I never would just steal for me. I'm walking out of this when Kmart and Target was really hitting over there by the West Rink.
Okay.
They hate me. I know they hate me because I'm coming out of there with 8 pair of shorts on, 8 T-shirts.
Okay, so you just put the stuff on, not put it in the bag and run.
Put it on.
Gotcha.
Because you got to catch me. I'm faster this time. Mind you, I was working out. I was doing the tasseling corn. I was playing football. I mean, I've always been working out and energetic. You got to catch me. You know what I'm saying? I'm running out of there every chance I get.
Dangerous move. I mean, you all the way out west and you live east. How did you get back home?
Oh, no. So when I moved back with my mom, she stayed in Eagle Terrace out west.
Gotcha. Okay, so we out west.
She stayed
now.
right across the street from School 108.
Okay, see, I'm thinking current.
Nah, she stayed right across the street from School 108, right over there. It was Eagle Terrace. Now it's Mexican land. You'll go up 38th Street, past Lafayette Square, right there. Them apartments right there. Right. I stayed right there. That whole area over there is Murderville. Okay, so we originated that. We started that, Murderville, one of the original founders of Murderville. So, I was just really wild, stealing a lot of clothes. We going to the skating rink, but we all dressed the same. And that's when I caught my first case. I got my DOC number. So when you get a DOC number, Department of Correction number, this is how you identify who in the zoo.
Yeah.
That's when you know who really been putting in work since the beginning age. My DOC number is 941631. So when people start,
mine's 107340.
Oh yeah, you throwback. You got some throwback gangsters in your closet. Yeah. So when they see 941631, they like, oh man, I caught my first juvenile case in 94. So as soon as I got back with my mom, 94 action. stole her husband's car because he's my guy now. We have since gotten past this, but he had called her the B word. You know what I'm saying, in front of me one time. And I'm like, he's like, yeah, she acting like a B. I said, she acting like a what? Your mom acting like a B. Oh, okay. Well, as soon as we went in there, grabbed his little 88 Delt, took it, high speed chasing the snow all through Hallville. I ran into a bank. Took his car and the police on a high speed chase. I actually got away, but I was hiding in a trash can. But I like, dang, I'm hiding in a trash can. Where I'm gonna go? They brought the dogs and everything. My footprints lead to the trash can, but the dogs lost my smell. I like, man, I got away scot clean. But I'm like, where I'm gonna go? I put my head out the trash can. Like, I see the police and everything. I'm like, they're looking for me. I got away. But I just remember myself saying, where you gonna go? You got your dad's car. You might as well turn yourself in, man. You have fun. You cold. So I just said, hey, guys, you looking for me? Hey, freeze, you.
Came right up on out the trash can like dead
Oscar the
presidents.
Grouch came out.
No, I'm talking about like dead presidents.
Came out.
You was ready.
If I was
okay.
on some shit, they would have been, I had to drop on them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So anyway, that's when I
and
caught
this was
my
the first time.
First time I went to juvenile detention center, 25th and Keystone. You know, so my parents came and got me out, a little slap on the wrist. But then I just kept violating
your probation.
Probation. I wasn't catching more cases. I just kept violating because I wasn't. Remember, my mom said I stopped obeying orders at 7 months. So they telling me I got curfews. I can't wear certain type of chains with guns and rings with guns, promote violence. You know, I had big dumb revolvers on my chains. And by this time, I'm out here in the street gang banging.
BMF for real.
GDN.
Okay.
You know, so shout out to Big Meats and them, but we GDN. We Growth and Development Nation.
I love it.
Yeah. So not BGD, Black Gangs of Disciples. We're not a gang. We are a very structured organization, Growth and Development Nation. We're 7414. We're a nation, an organized nation at that. So with that being said, I was just really going crazy, learning what it meant to grow and develop, you know, and not to just use what we represent and symbolize as a form of gang banging. And, you know, matter of fact, free Larry Hoover on top of that. You know what I'm saying? That's our one of our founding fathers, if not the most prominent, recognized founding father, you know what I'm saying, of growth and development. He is our leader, you know what I'm saying? Very humble teacher. And he has molded me. His teachings have molded me into the man that you see right now, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
I love the shout out and the recognition. Now, why couldn't you just do what you was told and kept violating your probation? How many times did you violate before it wasn't a slap on the wrist anymore?
3 times. They gave me the three strike rule.
Okay. And how old were you after you violated that 3 strike rule?
16.
16.
Then because they waived me as an adult when I caught the attempted murder case.
Okay. So let's talk about it. So after, like, during that time, like, what happened? Like, what was the big crime that allowed you to? Okay,
now this is gonna sound funny. Okay, so I was actually attempting to sell drugs.
Okay, so what's the attempt?
Okay, so the attempt is this: like, I was taught that, hey, as long as it takes you to bag it up, that's as long as it should take you to get rid of it. So me, bagging stuff up. I don't care if it was real dope or not dope. I didn't care. I was trying to get some money. So I got a call, and the guy wants to buy some drugs from little old me. Yay! I get my first sting, right? So I go. This has happened on 46 in Arlington, the Shell's gas station. Everybody knows about this. Arlington High School there, Shell gas station here. It's all on the news, well documented here. Okay, this guy attempted to rob me.
The one that called you and said he wanted the dope. Okay.
To rob me. Pointed a pistol at me. Me and my instincts, I took the pistol from him. He ran, but I was just so mad, I shot him. Shot him twice.
Okay.
This is where I learned about the human anatomy, the femur bone. I learned about the femur bone being the largest bone in the body, and that's actually the same bone that the skull and bones use right here. So I shot him in his femur bone, and I shot him below his his chest. I think that's how it became attempted murder, because if it was above it, it'd have been murder. But he lived. And then he had a nerve to testify against me. And he testified against me. He came to court and testified against me. Right? But as the fate of the gods would have it, it wasn't meant for me to get hit with a hammer. Because when they, mind you, I was on the run too. So I was on the run. Of course I was on the run. Who's going to turn himself in after that?
You had a lot going on.
I was on the run. So this time I'm doing more stuff, but none of it got caught for. Thank God. So my mom calling her, how you doing? Baby, they went up to the school. They surrounded Arlington High School looking for you. I had homegirls calling me. Boy, they done brought the helicopters up here. Boy, they got the dogs looking for you up here. What's going on? What did you do? What did you do? I'm all on the news, on the run. They got pictures of me and stuff. I'm like, well, yeah, long story short, this guy tried to, it's really self-defense, guys. Really. No, you heinous beast, you. I'm like, no, really, it really was self-defense. So anyway, while I'm in custody, the sheriffs took me around the juvenile and allowed me to pick out people in my lineup. Okay? I was going from this block, that block, that block. And I said, he may look like me, but I know all my guys. I'm picking all gangsters. What's up, my guy? Come on, let's go. Guys don't even look nothing like me. He pitch black. He tall. Come on, pick it up. Man, before I even got to the lineup. No, that ain't. That's him. I heard the motherfucker say, that's him before I even get there. I didn't care. I didn't even care, because I already knew what was going to happen to you if you told for real. We didn't care about that. So anyway, during the trial, it was a mistrial, because the jury is not supposed to know. Here's a game. The jury is not supposed to know. The jury is not supposed to know that you're already incarcerated. That's why you have on a suit.
Okay.
This is when I began to understand law. I started studying law once I grabbed that. They said, man, mistrial, dude. Because they had the sheriff on the stand. The sheriff said, well, how do we know that Mr. Collins has a fair trial? This man said, well, upon his incarceration, the whole room got silent. Well, upon his incarceration, Mr. Collins was there. Doom. I heard the judge hit the gamut. Doom. I was like, what's going on? I'm looking at my attorney. He's like, he dropped his head. Marcel Pratt, black man. He's like, I don't know if the gods favor you or not, buddy, but go in the holding tank. So they put me in the holding tank. You know, all the OGs. They're like, what's up, young G? What's up, young gangster? By the time I got my name, I'm up here writing my name all on shit when my attorney come in. What is you doing up there? I'm writing my name and GD on the wall. What you want? It's your time to go in the courtroom. Oh, okay. So he come talking to me. He say, hey, look, so they messed up. How they mess up? Everybody surrounding like, what's good? How they mess up? The jury wasn't supposed to know you were locked up. What do you mean they ain't supposed to know you was locked up? What you mean? Okay, well, the sheriff got on stand and said that upon your incarceration, you were able to walk around here and pick out people. So it's a mistrial. So if you could sign this plea bargain, or next time they're going to have their ducks in a row. I said, well, what's the plea bargain? I've been already in the county jail for like 9-10 months. So they gave me a 10-year plea bargain, 2 on probation, 8 do 4. So I'd only had to end up doing like 3 and some change in Pendleton.
Okay.
I was like, okay, I'll get out when I'm.
It was a good deal.
But everybody around me like, nigga, what is you waiting on? Nigga, what is you doing? I'm like, man, fuck this. Can I think? Now, mind you, I'm praying. I'm reflecting on my life during this time too, but I'm still, I'm also the reason why they took out all the hot water in the county jail. Yeah, we used to tie people up and burn them with hot water. So they cut out all the hot water. They brought the news and tried to, I caught an inside case inside the county jail.
Okay, so why was I
caught an inside case.
Was y'all trying to boil noodles or trying to boil skin?
I was boiling people.
Okay, why? Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. Okay, so during that time, I had a lot of built-up rage, needless to say, because what happened to me, and I was taking principles very seriously.
Got you.
I was taking principles very seriously. So if you come in saying you're something that you're not, you steal from one of mine, you disrespect one of mine, or I heard you did something on the streets, and we get a message in the street that you did this, you smacked a girl, you raped somebody, or you messed with a child or something. I feel like I was vindicating everybody who did something to children,
Gotcha.
raped, or stole something that, you know what I'm saying, from somebody. I was just, oh, that's what your case is. We call them paperwork parties. Let me see your paperwork, bro. Let me see oh, you didn't told on, but and you raped this girl, you did that? Folks, rip your sheets up. We need about 50, 12-inch, 12-inch pieces of thread. Yep, get him together.
And the reason why I'm asking you that is because, for those who know my story, I was incarcerated myself. So I was very young going into prison. Mm-hmm. But I don't remember, like in my mind, they're all going to attack me. Mm-hmm. They're going to want everything in between my legs. Mm-hmm. They're going to rape me. Mm-hmm. That's the only thing I'm thinking. But I guess it's different going in. Because we wasn't bullying people.
So we went.
I never
went in
even
there,
heard of anything like that. Like literally,
we was
that
kinda,
is a movie.
Yeah, we was kind of crazy.
Yeah, because like I said,
guys.
My fear was just going in there and feeling like I couldn't sleep and being violated. Or
but you gotta understand, I'm in a block,
right,
with guys who have cases worse than me. You know, I was in there with guys who have murders on top of murders, triple murders, robbery murders, kidnaps. I was there with a guy who chopped his baby mama up and sent her pieces to her mama. Like, I was locked up with these type of guys, and most of them just happened to be GD members. So they like, one thing I said about them sheriffs and the people down there, they ask you who you run with, who you with. You better tell us now. If you say you're not in the gang or you're on the wrong block and you go there, but they tried me sometimes and tried to send me to when I was getting escorted out of blocks by the police because people putting kites and say, hey, he's in here terrorizing. They try to put me in other blocks. Same thing.
I'm just saying, I just never, I mean, a couple fights here and there, but bullying.
Yeah, we were on another level of anger and rage.
Okay,
that's it.
I see it. Okay, so you in here bowling people, not bowling noodles.
There was just one, not multiple. When you're saying
so
people,
just
it's
one pack of noodles.
His hands.
His hands. Okay.
It was his hands.
I mean, okay. So I'm saying
I tied his hands up.
Okay.
And poured the hot water over it because he molested a girl.
Okay.
And I tied him to where I tricked him. Hey man, what's up, my guy? How you doing? Hey man, how you doing, man? I heard about you. I pulled his arm through there. Bro, and we wrapped him up, and then we poured the hot water over it because he molested her.
Now, the reasons behind why you were doing this, would this have anything to do with anything, or was
definitely was triggers when I sat back and did it. It's like I had a lot of anger, and I like, now look at me in my eyes, bro. Mm-hmm. This is, you know what I'm saying? This would feel like when you face to face with a real predator. You a predator here, bro. I look for guys like you. Mm-hmm. You know why? Because I was taken advantage of when I was a kid, bro. Mm-hmm. You understand? That's why I created Foster Kids Family, which is all my personalities in a group. Because I feel like I have to protect them and be the voice of the foster kids. I got to be the protector of those who are abused. You know what I'm saying? That's my crusade. Okay. My alma mater.
Okay. Well, before we get there, so we in prison and we tying people's hands up. Yeah. And so how long, you said you were in there 9 months before you went to Pendleton. So you were in Pendleton for
from
4 years.
Yeah, from 4 years, and I got released in 99.
Okay, so we're getting released in 99.
I went crazy in the state penitentiary.
I can imagine.
It didn't do anything for me. It didn't do nothing to help me at all.
So this stage from...
Well, it did. I can say it helped me reach my... This is when I became a revolutionary. I take that back.
After you got out the first time?
No, while I was in the state penitentiary in Pendleton, this is when I became a revolutionary. Okay. That's when I... Okay, so...
Let's talk about it.
This is when the elders... Say, hey, you, go, everybody go get him. Tell him, come here. They're like, sit down. I'm like, what's up? You GD? Yeah. Well, we GDs too. Yeah. What's your GD stand for? Gangster disciple. Wrong. Oh. Act like you want to jump. Surrounding me with knives. This is what structure look like. Read it. And you can't come out your cell till it's memorized. Nigga, what? Oh. Read it till it's memorized. It's A, B, C, D. Follow the teachers of the charity.
Gotcha.
They showed me what structure was. That's why I say they taught me. So then they started giving me literature and read it, memorize it, and then I started getting structure. And then I started learning about the 6-point star. I started understanding about where we come from. education, economic, political, social development, love, life, loyalty, knowledge, wisdom, understanding. I started understanding
The mission statement.
the statements and what it was all about, and the blood, sweat, and tears that brothers put in to do this and this. Then the whole revolution and the transition state in the mind and making conscious decisions when there's a fork in the road and all that. There, I'm like, oh wow.
So you went from expressing your anger to getting structure in these 4 years.
In these 4 years, because I was always a rapper,
Gotcha.
always entertaining. I'd always been rapping. I could freestyle.
I mean, you was Wild Wild West.
Wild Wild West.
I mean, you was Will Smith times.
Well, we ain't gonna
Is it
say
Big
Will
Daddy
Smith.
Kane?
We need to say
Who?
we need to say Tupac.
Okay, so who was the original
was
one
Tupac.
of Wild Wild West?
I was Kumo D.
Kumo D.
Yeah, I was
Okay,
Kumo
okay.
D.
Y'all don't judge me.
I was Kumo.
Do not
Pop,
judge me.
DMX.
See,
Before
that
I
wasn't even
heard
my
of it.
rap. See, I wasn't even
was
listening to it.
They know that. You know, so everybody
Okay.
knows Spank. Everybody know Adam Christopher Collins. Everybody in the city of Indianapolis who know that. That's why I can. They know.
Okay. So these 4 years of structure, you get out. Now you
I
got
in
the
99.
structure.
And I came out with a new name too.
Okay, so what was your new name?
Kambui Lumumba. It was Adam Kambui Lumumba, and that name was given to me by a revolutionary who was under the NARN, Freeman Griro Anile Sadiki Israel. Matter of fact, free the guy Sadiki. Sadiki was a mentor to me, and I met him in Deadlock,
Okay.
a segregation part. I used to hear them wake up, Uru, the whole section, Sa. Woke me up out my sleep. What the? Kambui. They naming names. Scabani, Adani, such and such, Jabal, Jamari, Uhuru, Sa, Uhuru, Sa. I'm like, what the hell is this? And then, you know, Uhuru means freedom. Sa means now. So this when I got introduced to the new African revolutionary nationalism. So, and it just so happened that Prince Mangriro Anile Sadiki, he was the leader, and he's the leader. He just took a liking to me. So when I came out for rec, I'm like, man, listen to my new rap, bro. He's like, you know, he like, he be like, hey man, I'm gonna have to run to give you a book. This how, now watch what he did to me. He gave me a book. I had it for about like 2 weeks. Then he called up there, hey Kambui, like, what's up, King? Like, so tell me about the book. I told him a little bit about it. He said, that's it? You done with it? I'm like, nah. He said, why not? He said, I got time. He said, time for what? He said, you know what time it is? I said, no. He said, boy, it's time to build. It's nation time. He said, if they come in there and take that book, what you got? Matter of fact, if they come in there and take everything you have, what you got? I said, nothing. He said, wrong. You have yourself. So when I give you something, you memorize it and get it back ASAP because it's in you. That's why I know it'll be internalized. That book, I don't care about the book. It's the fact that you got it and it's sitting there collecting dust. Now, if you just spit everything out of it, I'd have said pass it to somebody else. But you sitting there playing with information. Read it, internalize it, and get it back. Because if they take it, where's the information? It should be inside of you, right? I'm like, got it. So I got my lessons through firm teachers like that. So that's when he gave me the name, Kambui Lumumba. Kambui is Kiswahili for unafraid. Lumumba is gifted and brilliant.
Okay.
So that's how I got that name, Kambui. And a lot of certain tribes, like if you go on social media, anything under Yisrael that you look out, I'm Kambui.
Okay.
I'm Kambui. You know what I'm saying?
So
I came home from prison.
This is still within the 4 years.
Yeah, this is around 96, 97, 98, 99.
Okay, so we're at 99
I was under
now.
deep revolutionary teachings and deep, Marcus Garvey, Assata Shakur, Anthony Broderfile, Stolen Legacy, all that. The ISIS papers, 48 Laws of Power, Behold the Pale Horse, all of these. This is when I'm reading. They're trying different religions, studying Hebrew, studying the Kabbalah, learning. I'm just
absorbing.
Absorbing.
You're like a sponge.
Because remember, they told me I couldn't come out my cell until I memorized some stuff. Because I was doing some stuff.
So did you stop writing the lyrics, or did
they got better?
Okay.
And this is when I started creating different personalities.
Okay, let's talk about the different person. And now we're still within I want people to stay on track. So we're still within
the 4 year range.
4 year range. Okay, so
I was in Pendleton during this time.
Talk about they got better.
Okay,
Let's
so
talk about it.
it has to link all the way back to my auntie when she planted the seed of the word.
Okay.
Right. And if we know about alignment and spiritual alignment and the body being receptive to truth, I just was reading documents that aligned. And it like shifted that wasn't anything that was bullshit that I felt was fluff. So it got to the point to where I can pick up a book this thick. I wasn't intimidated by books like that. And I can speed read. I'm a speed reader. I'm looking for the substance out of the book. That's how I was able to get through so much stuff. I can grab substance out of pages very quickly.
Okay.
Or I'll start reading the books backwards. I'll read the book backwards and then go to the forward and then do it like that, front and back. That's how I read books, because I heard in the ancient teachings when I started reading Arabic, you read from right to left.
Okay.
They changed it to throw our brains off and made us go from left to right.
Okay.
And it's all psychologically, it's a plot. They did that on purpose. They wanted you to come from left to right, because if you go from left to right, that means that all common sense isn't the same. So if you start here where it's supposed to be cognitive, you won't tap into the emotional, altruistic, selfless part of absorbing.
Okay.
Here on this side, it's fact. But you're young, you're wild, you don't even have common sense. What's a fact to you?
Right.
You're being taught and indoctrinated on this side before you can even disseminate and decipher whether or not it's something that you should have an emotional attachment to and be selfless towards receiving. So they switched our perception and concept and way that we learned by having us read from left to right as opposed to right to left.
Gotcha. So you were learning a lot. It seems like you were expanding your mind from street to library at this point.
Library guy, yeah. And that's when I dropped my first poetry book. It's called Break the Chains.
Okay.
And they published it actually in Denmark, Copenhagen.
Okay.
Yeah, they had we started a newsletter down there too. And I was coming under the name Atom Bomb. It was one of my Cohen Campbell Atom Bomb. Everything I was dropping, it was like crazy. I'm saying. And so I dropped that book and I left with my locks. I started growing my locks. That's when I first started growing my locks with my antennas. And I became conscious. That's when I became conscious. I became what they would call, now that's a conscious brother right there. I became conscious.
That was you.
I became conscious.
Still within this 4 years.
Within 4 years, quickly. It's like God just exalted me.
So
I became conscious.
After 4 years.
Now I'm released.
So you're released now. You are free.
Well, yeah, I was free. I wasn't liberated. I was free.
How did you come out after that 4 years? Like come out into the world?
So I was dealing with the relationship I had was with a G queen. Okay. She's like a queen of the GDs. She was older than me. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wanted this lady. You know what I'm saying? But she liked me. And she rolled with me through my 4 years or 3 years, right? And she picked me up. You know what I'm saying? She had an 88 Chevy van. Rims on it, beaten. I'm feeling like I got picked with 2 Rottweilers in the back seat with pounds of weed in the back and pistols. So I get released like Bonnie and Clyde. Like my Bonnie come pick me up. You know what I'm saying? And I go straight to a trap house. My sister wanted me to come stay with her. I like, Mama, I look like coming to stay with you. And my queen was like, what you gonna go stay with her for? Like, she said, because, you know, this house has only been raided a couple times. I mean, it's a trap house. I mean, so, you know what I'm saying? We thugging out here. We gangsters. What are we doing? That's the type of, fuck it, you right. I support you. That's what I came home to. I came home to a gangster in a gangster environment still.
Even though your mind was absorbed, you were grabbing all of this information, you still walked out with a mindset of, this is just what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna still thug it out.
I'm gonna tell you why. I watched Bruce Willis.
Okay.
And Die Hard. That man said, I never walk inside of a building I can't walk out of. I said, that white man can make that declaration. I can too.
Okay.
That's why I don't have no sense of danger. I feel like I'm not gonna walk into nothing that I can't walk out of. I'm not gonna get carried, airlift, crawled, running, none of that. So I've always felt like any situation where I'm at, where my presence is at, I'm gonna transform it anyway. I felt I could save her.
How long were you out before you got put back in though?
Okay, so I got out in '99. I caught my armed bank robbery in 2002.
Okay, so
So from '99 is for my kids. That's when I started having children.
Okay, so and how many children you have?
Two daughters.
2 daughters. Okay. So that was it still like a fast time for you? Were you still navigating from a place of?
Well, I came home when I got out in '99. One of my brothers, shout out to Mikado, Andrew Hunt, Numbers Magazine, Numbers Media. Shout out to Freestyle to One, Gap. Shout out to Madam K.I. These are the elders of Indianapolis. Man, shout out to Chet Dalton. These are some guys who have fundamental roles in helping me express my music during that time. I came out as Cam Bowie, as a changed person, but as an artist, Dracula.
Okay.
Count Drac. They created a project called the Hall of Justice. They had a record label called Superman Entertainment. Everybody knows about Superman Entertainment in Indianapolis. If you was a hip-hop head, you got to know about Superman Entertainment. So I came out. They wanted somebody to play the Bat. You had Mikado was Clark Kent. Madam K.I. and Free were like Harley Quinn and the Joker. And I Bruce Wayne? What? No. I'll play a Bat, but I'll be the most darkest one. I'll play Drac. I'm Drac. I'm not. Don't you refer to me as Batman. You call me Drac. So that's why I started writing to Drac. Gothic. Just like, this is finna be a murder scene. You come with us. I'm killing everything moving. So that's how I wanted to come, but also charming to the ladies.
Okay.
That's what was balancing me. I could always pull the baddest woman, but I could never keep her. Never keep her.
And why was that?
Because I didn't know how. I didn't know love. I didn't know how to talk.
But what did you know to keep them around?
Sex.
Okay. So the energy that you was leaving, like these soul ties, is that something that you still have to deal with now, just like in the present?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so you don't have to deal with it now. Mm-mm. But then you did. So it was more so like of my story that I talk about, my attachment to the sex. Mm-hmm. It was a need basis that I needed to have it. It wasn't more so necessarily that I loved the person that I was with. I wanted what I wanted, and that was it.
Yeah.
I was so gangster with mine that I could be with you on a Monday, Tuesday, you acting like we about to be homies. No, we're not homies. We're not nothing. You were yesterday. Today is Tommy.
I remember you said that.
Yeah, just like keep it rolling. Like I thought I was just this G.
Yeah. Deprivation breeds a different type of beast. That's one of my slogans.
But I actually was looking for something. And although I've never done drugs before, I'm lying. I've smoked weed before, but I've never done.
That's not really a drug. That's an herb.
Okay, well I've done herbs.
You got some herbals.
But I've never done street drugs like crack or anything. But I will say that sex was my addiction. Gotcha. And it is an addiction because once you get that hit, you're looking for another hit. Were you necessarily looking for anything out there outside of the sex, but was you looking for anything?
Yeah, I found out what my urge was.
What was it?
Sapiosexual connections.
Go deeper.
Sapiosexual are, and this is the genre that I've created, sapiosexual classic / I am. Sapiosexual entities are us who are aroused by intellect. Stimulating something that can lift you higher. To me, if I don't get that, busting a nut is like pumping gas.
Oh! Just say it one more time, just cause.
Busting a nut is like pumping gas.
I hope y'all wrote that down.
Just pumping gas.
Just press pause.
Just
and then
gas.
Write it down.
Yeah.
Because I like that. Yeah. No, it was deep.
Yeah. It's like that's how I was feeling. Ooh. So yeah, if she couldn't stimulate me.
That could be a title of a song.
Some stuff, something similar, something like that. Yeah, go ahead. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I'll put it in the vault for you later. I'll
put that in the vault.
Yeah, I'll put it in the vault for you later.
Send that to me as a text. Remember, you said this.
Yes,
right?
Yeah. I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need the whole song. So
that's how I was feeling at the time. I felt like if you couldn't stimulate me, even at that time, because mind you, it's women to this day who I have known back then and told me the reason why they still have sought me and just to have conversation is because the things that I had said to them back then changed their lives.
Okay.
I didn't know.
But I can agree.
Yeah, they're like, you don't understand. Even at that age, when you were 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 23, you were saying some things to me that when I was with average people in the world, it just wasn't adding up.
Right.
And I would always think of you. I would always thinking about the things that you would say to me. You were just on another plane. I'm like,
And
oh,
that
okay.
one little piece you left with them, which is the reason why people believe that soul ties are just only from sex. I think soul ties are from energy words. Things that you leave with that person and it becomes an attachment. People think that soul ties are just so bad. Like, I think that if people begin to get deeper into spirituality and who they are as just a human being, because the more that I grow and the more that I realize, if I'm so attached to just something, just sex, if the focus is just the soul tie is sex in the relationship, then what about the person who told me to look at myself in the mirror and that I don't need validation from anybody to hold my head up and be confident? That is still attached to me. And whether that person is around or if they've passed away, why isn't that considered a soul tie? So I really think that people come up with these narratives, especially on social media, and they allow that one thing to be right.
And I feel
it can't be.
From watching that, correct, with your opinion on that, I feel that stems from people's lack of comprehension of what sex really means. When I studied it, sex is an acronym. It means synergistic energy exchange. It has to be sex it doesn't begin with physical. Right. It's mental and not just mental, it is emotion and frequency based. It's frequency. The moment we reach a synergy, synergize and exchange energy, it's really considered sex.
Right.
So from that point, you're making conscious decisions on what we're building. And what I was noticing during that time was I was always outgrowing whoever I was with because I wasn't being matched or sharpened.
Got you.
You know, and the deprivation alone created a hunger that they couldn't feed. They couldn't feed it or water it. So unfortunately, I broke many hearts. And even my two daughters' mothers, and the one where my tattoo came from right here, the black snake. You know, she turned into a snake, bit me, broke my heart, and all she saw was diamonds. You know what I'm saying? She saw the glam and the glitz. You know, so she kind of that's why it's ironic that you have that. So she transformed into a snake. And then my other one on this arm, I felt like she turned into a gargoyle because she was stone, she was brick, she was hard to reach, and she was always quiet. But it was just a darkness in her that drew me to her. So I had her name tatted here, but then I made a gargoyle over it, and this was her name at first, and I transformed it to a snake. So it always consciously remind me to pay attention to these characteristics in women. This whole side of my arm that I had tatted represents the struggle between beauty and beast and man and woman. Like even here, you see like the beauty and the beast, the apple that's bitten from two faces, you know. So in the core, what's the core part of two faces? You see the core?
I see the two faces.
The eye, the nose. Yeah, so that's why I
very detailed tats, and I have not one. Yeah, I ain't got no tats. Yeah, I'm scared.
Well,
I'm mess up this beautiful skin of mine, y'all. So I just let it be.
Most tats are under the skin.
Right. Yeah. So we are at the point where you've gotten out, you wilding out, you're breaking hearts. You're still, I think, to me at this point, just listening to the story, you have a conscious mind. What's up with the bank robbery? Okay. Like, was you in need of $1? Because, I mean, at this point, you had a huge circle of support. So I feel like if you needed any money, you could have asked. But let's talk about it.
I'm going to be honest with you, right? I'm a go-getter. I put the world on my back. I'm the spokesperson. I'm the leader.
Okay.
And leaders create other leaders. Leaders only supposed to respect other leaders. So No, let me take that back. I can't say leaders only respect other leaders because I respect followers too. When I go in a room or a building, I'm trying to shake the janitor's hand to the main executive. I'm gonna respect you anyway. But my thing was this: I did not like the current conditions of our people. As a revolutionary, we have what is referred to as overt missions and covert missions. Okay. So the Hebrew Israelites that you see above ground, don't do this, the Bible say this and that, blah, 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 blah. They're on an overt mission. Above ground, spreading the word, blah, blah, blah. My teachers, one was the head of the overt, one was the head of the covert, underground. I'm the one that was in the middle.
Okay.
Passing messages to me, I'm going here. I was always been like the medium between two sides of a mission. Mm-hmm. On the covert side, I despised drug dealers, people who was robbing our own people, stuff like that. And no, I could not really get a good job. You know, I'm tatted, I'm thug, I'm gangster. My resumes wasn't really going through. They had McDonald's and Burger King as warehouses for me. They had burgers for me to flip, and they had weight and assembly lines for me, right? My soul wanted more, my spirit wanted more, and it yearned for more. And I hated to see what our people was going through, especially my circles when I was going to these temples. I've been invited to temples. I've been to shrines, temples, and all that, and I saw how they were struggling. And I just said to myself, I want to Set It Off. I want to watch Dead Presidents. And I wanted that thrill of being a Robin Hood for the family. So I just took it upon myself to just do it. You know, and I did it.
Did you have a plan before you did it, or did you
Of course I had plans. Of course. You map it out. Okay, so I don't want to say this.
I mean, because Set It Off and Dead
Children,
Presidents.
don't try this at home.
Both of those scenarios planned it out.
Yeah,
Set It Off sat in a restaurant. Yeah. They talked about it. Queen Latifah had new masks. Yeah. Dead Presidents.
I never did anything spontaneous.
Okay.
Never did anything spontaneous. And for the respect of the code of silence, that's that. But the point is that I saw the conditions of our people, and I didn't like it. And when I started studying banks and their camera system, I saw how I might have been able to maneuver and retrieve a bag and bring it back, a bag or two. And I was somewhat successful until a 30-second gap. The time for me leaving a bank robbery, someone saw me getting into a vehicle, and they called the police from a window. A 30-second window cost me 17 years of my life.
Now, was this your first bank robbery gone bad, or was it, I've done this before, but this just particular one went bad?
The paperwork say that this is my first one.
Gotcha.
Go with the paperwork
okay. Yo, sip.
My
Said it all.
My paperwork say United States of America versus Adam Collins one time. That's what paperwork say.
On this show, baby, yo sip said it all. So okay, that's fine. Okay, so now at this point, you done robbed the bank. You done got caught. Mm-hmm. You done went to court. 17 years. Did you do the whole full 17, or was it do 17? I did 5.
Day for day.
Day for day.
They shit me everywhere. I went all through. Now the state is different from the feds.
Okay.
Now this
what makes it so different?
Because this is where you'll go crazy.
Okay.
Let me just tell y'all right now. Everybody talking about going to the feds is sweet. It's not.
Yeah, because the way the people talk, they make it seem like when you in state, you got a metal bunk bed, but then when you go to federal, your bed come with the ruffles at the bottom. Like,
if they tell you that, that's because they're soft. They're sweet, they told on somebody, they're homosexual, or they're running. They got those places preserved for
them.
For those people and people who are sick.
So why?
or people who started off terrorizing it and worked themselves down, and they're like, you know what, you doing it good. Let me send you somewhere where you can take a break, like they did me towards the end of my sentence.
Okay.
That's what qualified me under the 3582C2. I got qualified for a psych program and the crazy thing is, when they enacted this, when Bill Clinton enacted this under the Second Chance program, it's a 3582C2 that you can put in for a sentence reduction under these two terms. 3582C2 can be used for family death if somebody's really ill, or you're almost ill and you are about to die and they release you early, or based on a change in the mens rea, the psychological transformation that you can prove that the system has worked on you. And you can prove to them that the system has worked for you. And the thing is you don't qualify unless you was a menace at first. So if you came in squeaky clean, you ain't scratched a booger, you ain't farted loud in public, you ain't did none of that, you can't. If you ain't burped, make nobody go pew, you can't even get in.
Gotcha.
You gotta had to stab some people, fuck some people up, and been out here to even qualify for this program. I qualified with flying colors.
Wow.
And I was the first member of Growth and Development Nation in that sect who graduated.
So you're in here 17 years. You
17
got
years.
a chance to do something
I
productive
went
with
crazy.
yourself while you were in there. And you went crazy.
I went
but
crazy first.
What did you do while you were in there that created the man that I'm sitting next to right now?
I went literally crazy.
Okay, so let's talk about it.
Okay.
I mean,
I snapped.
Next time I have you on the show, we're gonna have a tub of popcorn. Yeah, we're gonna be eating. Okay, so yeah, let's talk about it.
So first and foremost, at sentencing, they said 223 months. They didn't tell me. They didn't say 17 years. They said 223 months. I like, okay, months, 223 months. I sat there and did the math. I
like 12 times. Yeah. You was doing math real good that time.
17.58. 17 years, 5 months, and 8 days. 18.58. So I was like, everything just froze. It froze in time. Now, mind you, they had sent me to the mental hospital before that. I actually came to court from the mental hospital because I was slicing my wrist. You know, I was really what they would call having downward spirals.
Okay.
I was really going through a lot. You know, the voices really started getting to me. My anger, I really felt impulsive and reactive. I got to doing the blame thing. If it wasn't for this, and if it wasn't for this and this, I was really having a lot of self-defeating thoughts. And anybody who tried me, I was volunteering to go on missions. Like if somebody did something in the body, in the organization, who did it? Who wanted, let me go. Why? Because I need a break. What you mean? I need to spend some time in the shoe because I was doing my best writing in the shoe. Okay. And I don't have to worry about you. I ain't got to worry about. See, my thing was this. Okay. I don't want to be subject to your fuck ups. I don't want to be on the yard telling my people I'm about to come back and call you, getting ready to have a visit, and you set it off over there. And now I got to lay on this ground with the police spitting they tobacco and birds shitting and all that. And I got to lay down here when you didn't set off something over there.
You'd rather just be in isolation.
I'd rather be the reason why we setting it off, and I'd rather just be in isolation because I don't want to live my life based off the tension that's in the air that I ain't even got a part of. So that is what it's like being in a situation like that. You got white boys killing their people when they get off the thing. You got Mexicans killing their people. You having black gang members killing their people, critically disabling them, punishing them for things they did in other institutions, catching up to them. Not to mention whatever case you were on. You know what I'm saying? This is like the unspoken language of the tradition of prison. Like this is a tradition that'll never ever stop.
It seemed like you were at a breaking point at this point.
I was beyond a breaking point.
To want to be in isolation.
Yeah.
You were at a breaking point.
I needed, and because I kept hearing my mama say 3 words: leave people alone. I tell her this to this day. I like, Mama, what you mean leave people alone? At first I thought she meant stop picking on people, stop messing with people. I'm like, Mama, I'm not picking on people. I beat up bullies. I actually look for the bullies, Mama. I'm the one, hey, they come to me, Mama. They come telling me when something wrong. She's like, Adam, leave people alone. And then it took a time when I was in prison, like, damn, I'm alone. When I'm in the cell, I'm like, ding, that light bulb is big as this day. Ding.
Right.
The only way I could leave people alone is if I am alone. I had to be alone to leave people alone because wherever I'm at, people draw to me. They run and flock to me.
Wow.
Wherever I stand. So I had to be by myself. And in that isolation, that's when I learned the process that I put in my book. Isolation, education, organization, then liberation.
Well, giddy me, because y'all know I love a good book. Let's talk about what you got over there in your lap. So let's talk about it because
that's why I snapped. Mind you, I snapped first.
Okay.
So the name of this book is called "I Killed the Spider."
Okay.
Now I hand wrote it, and the reason why I haven't had it typed yet is because I'm still preserving the authenticity of this book. It's just because it's my baby.
And I wanted you to bring that because I actually wanted to see it, and I actually wanted to like hold it.
Look at that! It's like it's written on papyrus paper.
Oh my God! Like this paper, y'all, is from the Mummy. Mummy. For real. Like this is like some ancient stuff. Like the rats then ate the tips. Oh, I wanted to see it and touch it only because, and I feel so much energy coming from these words.
That thing has been written from deadlocks from
right
years
here,
to years and years.
Just touching it, and I'm getting excited, boy, because I actually want to be the one to help you to bring this book to life, and I just wanted to touch it.
Thank you.
Because you know how dope it is when, and I didn't know this. This is even prior before me and you talked that a lot of these happenings happened the way it did. Now that you're expressing to me how I just need to just leave people alone and just be in my own world because what you got going over there ain't got nothing to do with me. And see, now I'm going to have an issue. And I'm going to have a problem because you're interfering over here with what I got going on. Yeah. This is what makes it so sacred. And this is... I would want you to keep this forever.
I am.
Even though if we could pass this out to the whole entire world just like this, I would. But I just want to. This is so much. I have to give it back to you.
It's poems in there and everything.
And I have to give this back to you.
Yes, you do. Yeah, you do. Yes, you do.
Well, first of all, I didn't want you to agree with me.
Oh yeah, you do.
But I'm just saying the energy coming off of this paper right now. I'm actually shaking.
Yeah,
and
it's infused.
I don't even know what's on here.
Go ahead, read some of it. Just go right there. Start right there.
Okay, so chapter 1, my life of confusion. I remember as a child hearing God's whispers and sounds coming from anywhere, sitting in the middle of my mother's living room floor. At that age, I may not have thought at all to be a part of this life, in parentheses, the thing that I am experiencing. I only recall seeing my biological father once back in those days, and up until today, I haven't seen him, but 3 times maybe coming and going at the maximum. This is deep.
Yeah, just go a couple pages. Just read some stuff there. Flip a page, go a couple, and just say something.
You can see my arm shaking.
Now, mind you, every chapter.
It wasn't until years later when I developed the desire to kill her and everyone else who hurt me. Out of the 5 years living with Aunt Kel, I saw my mother maybe once or twice, 3 at the maximum.
It's Keely Inez Cole.
Keely, I'm sorry. Okay. You saw why I said that because it wasn't in parentheses. I have to give this back to you.
Yeah, it's going to draw some things out of you.
It is.
Draw it, it's going to do it.
So when you wrote that, it is. That's deep. So when you wrote that and...
the name of the book is called I Killed the Spider.
I love it. Yeah. I Killed the Spider by Adam Collins.
You know where it came from? Why I did that? Why I called it that?
That is your memoirs.
Right. You want to know why I called it that?
Why?
Because I read something a long time ago that said, if you keep chopping down the spider web...
Give it to me. Because at this point, you just messing it up. Now, okay, go ahead.
It said if you keep chopping down the spider web, you'll never get to the spider. If you kill the spider, you won't make no more spider webs. So what that meant to me was I need to go to the root of what the issue is. Because I know psychologists, they used to try to put me on psych medications, but they wouldn't get to the root of the problem. So I'm like, okay, so what is the purpose of this right here? Okay, well, it says serotonin is activated when you do this, and then my dopamine receptors do this. So if you're putting this here and it's activating this and it's stimulating this, where's the effect? They couldn't answer it. So like I don't even understand why Seroquel and Zoloft are doing this, because when I did the research on these things, they were like, oh, here goes Mr. Collins again. Mr. Collins, excuse me, I just want to know. I'm just totally perplexed by this. If you're telling me that if I take this here, then they just try to give me Haldol shots. Okay, so I took your Haldol shot, right? And I started working out off of it. So it really didn't do anything. It really just boosted me into like a super machine. So what's the purpose of it really? So I was just going through stuff, but it didn't get to the root of the issue. So I realized holistic healing was the way to go.
Okay.
So no hospital could take care of my sickness. No church could heal my spirit. And no gym could really take care of my physical, because now I'm locked in a cell. So I took the holistic approach and went inside myself and found the germ. I found the key. I found it. And I just referred to it as a spider. The reason why I called it a spider is because that's what the Masons called the square, the spider. That's why I got spiders tattooed right here in the neck, in the web. So now that I caught the spider, I killed it. Just like they did Hiram Abiff. But he was raised from the dead to living perpendicular. When he saw the eastern star, he saw the light. So he saw the light and the feminine, which is the wave of wisdom and consciousness, supreme consciousness, ma'at, righteousness, light, truth. Once I saw that, the truth of the matter, everything just began to fall off. And that's where this came from. So I named the book I Killed the Spider. So now I won't be caught up in the webs of deception.
You just spoke your introduction.
Bam. Make sure you send me that.
Yes.
Make sure you send me that.
I will.
Yeah.
Okay, so we in here, we writing books and stuff, you know what I'm saying? What else are we doing in this cell?
This is when I started developing. Okay, so listen, this is some funny stuff.
To me, you was already an artist, but okay, go ahead.
I was, but this is what really made me start developing other characters.
Okay.
Because, in prison, they got rap sessions, Mind you coming to the cipher? Man, I ain't coming. Why? Because every time I come, it get dark. They be like, she shut down in the cipher. Because I'm coming on some Eminem, Brother Lynch, sick. To the bop, pop, pop. They be like, oh my God, man. And they be like, don't nobody else want to rap after me. I'm like, what's up? They're like, man, you just killed the cipher, bro. You just made everybody sad, bro. You done killed everybody. Everybody don't nobody want to rap no more, bro. I'm like, come on, man. They're like, man, you got to find another personality, bro. You got to go get somebody else. Ain't you the foster kids? I'm like, they used to joke with me. So I'm like, you know what? You're right. So this is how I started developing other characters. Remember, when I got locked up, it was Dracula. Well, Superman Entertainment.
Okay.
So I had to find, now what I found out Dracula is inside of me, that is the amygdala, which is the almond-shaped cluster that sits on either side of the brain, left or right, that is attached to the brainstem. It is actually the seat of emotional intelligence.
Okay.
That is actually linked to the mitochondria in a major way.
Okay.
Okay? So the amygdala is Drac. It represents Count Drac, that little. If this goes into this, it's over.
Okay.
Okay? That's Drac. So I had to find the root of where he came from. Personal. Things I take personal.
Okay.
That's the root of psychosis.
Okay.
The things that people take personal.
So you just was developing not just your character, but you were developing
entities to rap through and write under. So I have
Yes.
catalogs under personal, catalogs under Drac, catalogs under all my foster kids, and I made sure I had different styles of delivery.
I got you.
Okay, so that's why personal, he wrote the songs, never got over that on me, because he's the root of the problem. When we start taking things personal and don't let it go through one ear and out the other, let it by, that's when everything starts happening. That's when I started understanding the beginner's mind, that Sigmund Freud and Peck and all of them psychologists was talking about, why children are the most beloved and why children are the most forgiving. Because every day they wake up with a beginner's mind and they're not so psychologically gone that they're taking things personal. Children don't take things personal.
They don't.
Unless you do something to really violate
Yes.
them. And now they're more fearful. And then when they get older, they take it personal. And that's what made me think, why am I so upset at this person? Because I took what she did personal. And I see what you did to them, and I'm taking it personal. So I created an artist called Personal that allowed me to talk about my pain that come off like a Tupac, like a Jeezy, like a Scarface type that the streets relate to. You know what I'm saying? That'll make you cry. That'll make you listen to this like, damn, this is some shit right here I take to the soul. So I had to do some soul searching. So I created Personal. Then I said, well, damn, what can I do to get out of my funk, my personal mood? And that personal comes from the hippocampus, which is vivid mental imagery, the back of the brain. You know that when you see things, your flashes. So I had to do the childhood regression and look at these things, which I said actually simultaneously is how you fix it. Because you can't really forget and erase, but you may be able to forgive and replace. So I was replacing pixels by using my imagination of grander things. I was using my imagination. So what is the distance between the man I am now from the man I want to be? And I began to minimize that space in between. Well, I'm going to speak intelligent. And I'm going to act like this khaki outfit is a 3-piece suit. And I'm going to act like this lanyard with a name tag is all of these diamonds and these, I'm going to act like this. And I'm going to act like this bracelet here is something that's blinking. So I had to visualize it there and act like that's how I was in prison. And that made me arrogant. And it made me more, vagabonds, you degenerates. So then I created this character called Ether Ephraim. Ephraim in the Bible received the right hand blessing of God. And now this deals with humor, and this deals with a cognitive thinking thing now. Now I'm out thinking the link between the hippocampus and the impulsive right side of the brain of the limbic system. Okay, the limbic system is directly linked to the hippocampus because it's image and it's emotional impulsive, right? So I had to come back around it and get into some cognitive thinking here and use humor. It's also linked to a sense. So every caliber of thought is linked to a sense. It's more than 5. You have a sense of humor, common sense, and instinct. Because these are senses. So I linked humor with what they would call common sense, right? And I mixed it with vivid mental imagery to heal myself. So I had to find the humor even in humiliation. What can I laugh? How can I laugh this shit off? Almost made me sinister. I had to go back to Drac. Oh, hold it. It's a thin line between love and hate. This is where that comes from. Because you can laugh sometimes it becomes sinister like the Joker. You know what I'm saying? Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. You know what I'm saying? That's where this shit comes from. When you finding your therapy through laughing about it, it can turn you sinister. So that's where Ether Ephraim came from. He received the right hand blessing of God. And ether is the fire, the flame, the 5th element. So although it's a sense, it's also an element. This shit get deep. You have to infuse these things. So I took an element of ether, a sense of humor, and a part of the brain over here to kind of make a gumbo for this artist here, Ether Ephraim. And that's what it took for me to not come out here whacking everything that hurt me. That's what it took for me to not take everything so personal, right? So then I had to find something to humble that arrogance. And it took me all the way back to Cambui when I can be confident of who I am, but just be culturally aware. So therefore, I took Cambui as an unafraid revolutionary who was stuck on that and just created Prince Adam Christ Israel. That's when I got into my more Hebrew Israelite. My name is Adam Christopher Collins, so it's Prince Adam. So once I started understanding the arts of meditation and yoga, the vibrations of my name brought a frequency that changed me. So it is by saying Adam, it's a mantra. The son of the mantra of the Alpha and Omega is Prince Adam. Christ is the center, and Israel is my lineage. So that is what I had to do to humble Ether Ephraim, right? And when I did that, I simultaneously clicked into the Kundalini Anunnaki. That's when I became blessed, and the universe just gave me information that I have never heard before. That's when you hear me talk about the retina of the eye, the cosmos, bringing the vesica piscis, the center of the dot, boom, being able to break. That comes directly from the alignment of the chakras. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, which is also each chakra links to a personality. Each one, right? So now I go from that to prefrontal lobe. Prince Adam, Christ Israel, is the third eye, prefrontal lobe. But then when I tap into Kundalini, the Anunnaki, is here, the crown chakra, where it comes directly through. That's why the soft spot is the last spot that gets to harden right here. All the wisdom of the universe is blown through the crown chakra. And it's like the light just dawns right on me, and I just transform, and I write these songs and they just spew out. Now, as that character there, Kundalini Anunnaki, I said, how can I take that and make it a world view? That's when I came up with Habib Deepak. He's a cab driver. Now, Habib Deepak is Drak, Ether, Personal, Adam, and Kundalini in one. Deepak, like the scientist, Deepak Chakra. So I took Deepak and said I'm going to be Habib, like a cab driver.
Okay.
So that way I can talk about Habib Deepak. So, and that's me also giving a shout out to, my Arabic brothers and the Muslims in that community. So he's a Muslim. I'm saying, and he can talk from things about anything. He may be funny, cab driver may tell you anything. So that's the style of foster kid that I created, Habib Deepak, and I created him last year. Okay. And mind you, only give the foster kids a year, and then I recycle them or put them here and there. So this year is when I created Kundalini Anunnaki. King Comet. Because I put this is when I was learning trust law, and I put everybody in a trust relationship.
King Commit.
King Commit. You got it. All right, King Commit. King Commit. Good way to pay attention. King Commit, right?
That's what I do.
Yeah.
That's what I do. I do pay attention. You can say it loud for them. They know I'm listening.
You do, and you make it very, very smooth.
Of course.
For this transition for me to get this out. I really appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Your questions are very comfortable, and you hit places that spark things in me. I appreciate that. So this is how I left the federal prison with Drak, Personal, Ether Ephraim, Prince Adam, and Kundalini the Anunnaki. I have files for each one. And I developed Habib Deepak and King Commit since I've been out.
I love it. I am over here shaking listening to you talk about this, and not just like shaking because I'm scared, just the energy that's coming off of the things that you did for you. Digging deep. I think you did a lot of soul searching in those 17 years. I think you did a lot of healing. There are a lot of people who are trying to even understand how to heal. I'm on my own personal journey of healing as well. And I feel that now I have to dig a little bit more deeper, and not just within an affirmation or a quote or a girl circle or let's go have a margarita. I think I really need to just dig deeper into myself, because
you have to look for everything that you take personal.
Yes, and not just take personal. How I handle my emotions. I was just telling somebody else today, I was like, hey, go back to the beginning of this season. Watch the first episode and watch all the way to the end, because I've matured and grown. I see the feminine coming out almost all the time in my show, because that is what I was focused on. I was focused on becoming the woman that I want to be, because I was so tired of wearing this big piece of combat boots. I don't want to wear no boots no more. I want to be.
I hear that a lot.
A woman. Females. Yes, like we really just want to wear stilettos. We really are soft. We really are loving. But when you have been in a war not just with yourself, but with other people. That helps me to identify it's not really the other person. It's not letting this person go. Now, in some cases, it may be, hey, I need to release this or move, let this person go, quit this job. But it may not even be that. Listening to what you said and how you broke down that, it could literally be, why am I getting so upset? Like, why are we upset?
Okay, now watch this.
About
watch this
Nelly
right
and Ashanti. No,
watch
for real.
This.
Like,
watch this. I'm about to share something with you.
Share it.
Watch this. Once I stopped asking the why, remember? Go back. I promise you, if you stop asking yourself why for like a year straight, you're going to be healed a lot faster. Remove why from your vocabulary. Remove it. You are the X. It's not even for you anyway. Why is not for the feminine? Because she expects the man to know the answers. So therefore, don't even ask why. You're supposed to already have in you the answer that you want to know anyway. Because if he lied to you, you won't choose to accept it. Or if he tell you the truth, it's up to you to accept it at the end of the day anyway. So the why don't fuck the why. Okay? Fuck why. Because
I love it.
Why leaves
so much.
Let me tell you. It leaves you stagnant.
On. Yes.
It leaves you stagnant, and then you're uncertain, and then you're questioning your gut feelings. Well, if this and this, how could he? No. The question is, where do I go from here? What's next? You can ask yourself this: what part of the game is this? I've asked that. What part of the game is this? And then the fuck side of the game. Once you already know it's the fuck side of the game, the why fall in the fuck side of the game category. So any explanation that is going to come out of the fuck side of the game dictionary. Well, according to this chapter here, I was a fuck nigga because here on the day 30th, I just decided to be a fuck nigga. My dick just said this, and then my mouth did this, but he got to pull out the dictionary, the fuck nigga dictionary. If you want to you don't want to be under the teaching of the fuck nigga dictionary. Who wants that? So therefore, listen, you take your whole fuck nigga dictionary over there and the why, because I've already given you the freedom that you're going to need by accepting whatever your answer to be. Whatever your answer is, I've already come up with it. And guess what? I'm already satisfied with it. Once you are satisfied, let me make I statements. Once I became satisfied with my auntie, well, you make me lick shit. Can you just tell me why you make me lick shit stains out my drawers? Well, I thought it might look good. I was going to. How about this? How about I just say this? Perhaps you were going through some emotional changes. Perhaps you had a beef with my mom and you feel like you can dominate me and destroy me. Perhaps the spirit, whatever the fuck it is. I already accept that. It's up to me at the end of the day. When I wake up and go to sleep, whether I'm going to sleep with a mummy rag on of your disgust, or armor that I put on, or a cape because I done saved somebody else, or a bomb inside of me, if I wake up with it on, that's gonna be my choice. Not because I'm sitting here wondering what the fuck you thinking and why you did it. So let me save myself that trouble by initially already acting like I already know why every motherfucker did it. The reason why every motherfucker did it is because they on the fuck side of the rainbow. You're not at the pot of the gold. Remember, nigga, you said you alpha, right? Yeah, beta, theta, delta, gamma, it's omega over here. You still alpha, nigga. I'm supposed to salute to an alpha? Ha! Nigga, that's the beginning stages of wisdom. That's love. Nigga, some shit over here called glory. That's not the pot of, why you think the rainbow and the pot shine, nigga? It's called glory. Until a nigga can cross that rainbow, which is the bridge, and then go to the other side. Don't ask that nigga why. You wasting your motherfucking time. And don't ask her why.
You actually just gave me a whole idea for a conference, but I ain't gonna tell nobody because then they listen and then they gonna take my idea. But you know what?
Just have me come speak at it and play my music in the background.
Hey, DJ, yeah, we ain't gonna worry about going to get one.
You're
gonna be the MC for the whole night.
Yeah, and let me drop a little. Yeah,
King commit on the mic. Okay, yeah. This is just for the ladies. Yeah,
Type
I can't wait. I'm excited.
But that's how I've learned, and I need you to.
And I'm going to take. I didn't already. Ain't no. I'm gonna need for you
There
to
you
take.
go.
I didn't
Okay,
already
gotcha.
grabbed. I have digested because over here I'm full right now.
There you go.
So I'm not even gonna say that. I'm just gonna skip that, even though it's already been said and we already put it out here. I'm gonna pretend like I didn't ask you that, and we're just gonna move on.
Next.
So we
Right.
out. We free now. We have left the penal system.
Yeah. And I'm gonna say I was liberated.
Okay, so not only was you liberated, I know that it was a conversation that we had, and I want you to talk about it because this is like the sole important, sole purpose of the podcast. You had to. It was all on you at this time, and why? And why was it all on you at this time when you were walking out?
Okay, so remember I mentioned that ladies in the past had been reaching out to me like, "Hey, man, I don't know if you remember me or not, but hey, something you said to me when I was 16. I know you're probably 30 something now. Something you said to me that just changed my life." And I had a pen pal who then later ended up becoming my wife, but we have since had a divorce. But she reached out to me my last 3 years in prison, and I had 3 different options. I was going to go to Atlanta. I was either going to go to Cali or I was going to go to New York. I had 3 different record labels asking me to come out that way, and to just, because I was recording music from prison, and I had my music playing on radios before I even came out. I was in Jamaica on Thirsty Water Ministry. Shout out to Mom's Kitchen and Sister Arlene, who gave me opportunity from prison to be heard on the radio stations across the world. And I was recording and having my music played from prison, rapping on through the microphone on radio station live. They was interviewing me from prison, because I was going around having ciphers and and some people came to me and said, "Man, you need to be on the radio. I'm gonna put you in contact with my mom, this and that." And that's how it happened. So anyway, I left those opportunities alone, started building with this lady, and came home to her. She had a house waiting for me and stuff like that. But she had 3 adult children and one who had autism. I kind of took his autism to geniusness. He went from shitting on himself to building things. Every year he was just going like this, working with me. I was homeschooling him. I was homeschooling him, working on my business. She had to have a foot surgery. Her foot surgery lasted 4 years. The foot surgery lasted 4 years. She wasn't working at the time, unfortunately, so I had to take care of all the bills. I'm homeschooling him, and we got behind on the mortgage. So then I started learning more about trust law. Fought the bank, took the bank to court, and won. And that's when I reached out to Chess Moves. You know what I'm saying? And she helped me. That's how we started vibing. I listen, 911, help me. You say you help people. Get your. I sent this woman no less than 200 messages.
Okay.
Because I saw what she was doing and helping people from Vegas. So she reached back in my inbox finally. Look, bugaboo ass nigga, what the fuck is you want? You want to talk to me? Pay for a consultation. Business. How much I got paying? $300. They go $350. So she called. I got a conference call. Her office, law firm, correct me. So, Mr. Collins, we reviewed your paperwork. You flooded my inbox with all of this goddamn paperwork. Where do you want me to begin? I say you're serious. Yeah, about time. About time. So, will you understand how class? Okay, so listen, I don't want to get down to that. This is my situation. I'm fighting this. This is what's up. Well, if you tell him this and tell him that and do this, this, and that, I've been telling them, well, tell him this and put it in this and doing this and that. So she kind of walked me through it. They backed out. Like the bank actually withdrew their claim against the mortgage and the note. Then they tried to bring it up again. And I fought them and fought it. And then it's closed. So now that house that I was in is in a trust. And it's tax exempt, but the internal strife, some of my property ended up being stolen out that house, stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? So we kind of grew apart during my pursuit of my career, and just we grow. I don't have anything bad to say about that lady. I just grew from a different frequency. And since then, I've just been pushing my career. Our divorce was final August, October, something like that. I ain't even checked. This is what it was. I had already moved out and left it to her, so I left all like. You got to understand, from coming from a 17-year sentence, released 9/11/2018. I got off of papers in 2019. COVID hit 2020, 2021, 2022. So my momentum in music was kind of slowed down. I was taking care of everything. So from 2023, 2024, kind of building back. And now my divorce just hit. So I'm really starting from scratch. Everything. I'm starting everything from scratch. It feel like I just got out of prison again. Actually. I feel like I just got released. Wow. Starting all over again. So now I went down there and started building with her, and she started helping me rebuild. That's why I put chess moves. Any woman who ever tried to come in my life since there, this right here. When I talk about chess moves, the chess blood. That's why if you go on YouTube and see that chess moves CD cover, it's a queen, white, and blood stains all on the chessboard because she just eliminated. Like she just eliminates them. No, she just has like an angel protect. Like God sent this woman to protect me. So we created a partnership. We had a paid partnership before we started doing the relationship thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't want to be in a relationship. Nope. When I met you, I'm not in a relationship. Nope. I'm not doing relationships. You know what I said?
Yeah, that's what.
And I stood on that.
That's what he said, and he stood 10 toes down on it.
I said, I'm not doing no relationships. I'm not doing none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool. I'm healing. I just came from a divorce. All of that.
But stuff changed.
She wasn't hearing it. She wasn't trying to hear none of that shit. She wasn't trying to hear none of that shit, bro. I just can't. When I tell you somebody who's just been persistent and stood there and removed obstacles out of my life, that's what she did. Good. And, so right now I'm in that transition of rebuilding. So what it feels like for me right now is like, although I've been out for a while, it feels like I just got out again. Starting from scratch, only this time with a lot more wisdom under my belt. And that's where I'm at right now.
Wow. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for Experience Exzneair. This is the part of the show that I really love. It's just amazing how I give the mic to the guests, see what they got for me. They can ask me anything, they can do anything. And Adam, what you got for me?
Okay, first, I need to take a pause. I got something for you.
We're taking a pause, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, first, because we all know that you're a Lions fan.
Whoop, whoop.
I brought you not just any typical Lions jacket, a denim Lions jacket. Okay, this is a denim. It's authentic. I think I left the price tag in there, too, to be petty. Yeah, but this is a denim. And not only that, but inside of this Lions jacket, because I know that. And do you remember when you went down there and did all that little stuff with down there in Detroit?
Yes, at the NFL draft.
And I said, listen, I don't care what you do.
Yeah.
Play my song. just make something to play my song. Game face. And you did it. And since you did that,
I am a woman of my word.
You did. And so I said, I got something for you. I just so happened to have somebody give me this jacket. Like I had to, and I'm not a Detroit Lions fan. I just liked it because it was denim. One of my partners just gave it to me. He's like, hey, bro, give it to one of the kids or something. You know what I'm saying? I had this with a couple other ones. I said, all right. And then when you told me it was in that, I said, well, what do you know? I got a jacket for you.
I reps the Lions. I do. They are my team all the way.
Yeah. And not only do you get this jacket, you get flowers. Give you flowers. Because I believe that you're never supposed to wait to give somebody their flowers. You know what I'm saying? And for the fact that you gave me this opportunity to express myself just like from a genuine place, from a real woman, when I reached out to you, you didn't hesitate, you didn't pump fake, and you preserved this. You had a lot going on. You still have a lot going on, but you left me as a shebang and brought me in with a shebang. You know, and I just wanted to give you these for your
Thank
flowers.
you.
That's
Thank you.
first.
Thank you.
And then your denim.
I'm sorry, y'all, but I got to put this jacket on because. Okay.
fit for you. But that's what girls do, though. Y'all wear your guys' jackets.
I mean,
wear
you
your
know what I'm
jackets.
saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I'm about to get me a Detroit Lions chain with
And
this.
kill them.
Rock the D. Oh, I am loving my jacket. Thank you so much. Oh my God, this jacket is amazing, and it actually fits me perfect. They ain't getting this jacket.
They ain't getting it.
Okay. Ooh,
That part.
I got a jacket.
Now the fun part. Now I get to dig and ask you a couple questions.
Sure.
Great.
Yes, you can. It's part of the experience. Thanks for the jacket.
Yeah.
Super dope.
I mean, you're a super dope person. I'm a super dope person. Dope people do dope
I'm about to
stuff.
become a rapper now.
Yeah. DL, Detroit Lions.
I'm going to be Queen Commit. Well, go ahead. Hey.
Dope.
Take
okay.
it.
So check. The question I have for you is this. After taking this journey and the questions that you've asked me, have you discovered a serum or an elixir for the black mamba yet? Because it's obvious it's been a snake bite somewhere or two.
It has, and that is very deep.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh,
My God.
I'm working on that. I am actually writing my memoirs right now. I am actually committed to just
I like the word commit, by the way. Shout out.
yeah. Shout out to the commit. I'm actually committed to now digging a little bit deeper into who I am based off of our conversation, but coming from a place of real, true transparency and not worrying about this time how I'm going to heal someone, how I'm going to help them. This is all my memoirs is for me. Digging deep into places that I have kept preserved, sacred. Your story has allowed me to really, I just really want to just get up and just get a pen and just start writing. It's more of a deep reflection. So I have gotten bit, and everybody wants to know who Black Mamba is. Everybody's always asking me questions about Black Mamba. It's time to tell the story and not lollygag around it, get it off, because at the end of the day, I still have a life that I want to live. And if I so-called meet a person who wants to take me on as their queen, as their chess piece, I want to be able to say that I have healed from that and that I am whole from that, and that part of me was just a story. It's not a part of who I am anymore, because with the memoirs being wrote and released, then that allows for more freedom, and that means I'm healed.
Got you.
So,
Okay. That's a good one. Got a couple more.
Okay, Abdullah Alagada. Come on.
Abdullah Oblongata.
Okay.
So here's one. The woman that you are today versus the woman that you see yourself to be in your most heightened capacity. What is the distance between the two of you? And what stands in the way?
The woman that I see myself becoming cannot compare to the person that's sitting here in this chair.
What is the distance between the two?
Far. There's no far. I'm not good with latitude or longitude, as I know we were in a mystery room. We was trying to get out, and we had to do the math. And I was like, Brooklyn, we're gonna be locked up in this mug if we don't try to get out. But far. If I could just do it just as far as like distance, as far as like travel, I would say from Indianapolis to Australia. No. Yes, I'm gonna use Australia. Yeah. Like we're far in between. This
awareness is where it begins.
Yeah,
So you have awareness of that.
Yeah, this is nothing. This is nothing. This is just still. She's in there.
Okay, I got you.
She's in there.
So now you're pretty much. Is it safe to say that you're creating a roadmap to get to her?
I am.
And have you sent a signal for her to get to you?
Actually, I didn't.
That's what I've learned. So the next question is, do you think that you might want to send her a signal and maybe she can come to you quicker?
If you were to be so kind to, one day explaining to me
How
how
do
to
that?
connect with her to
Act like her, walk like her, talk like her. Like I said, I had to put in my vivid mental imagery of what she looked like or what he looked like. Remember I said that?
yeah.
You gotta, what does she look like? How is she sitting? How was she
Well, I mean,
sitting?
she's sitting like this, but because she's lost weight, her legs cross
Show me.
all the way.
All the way
You know
like
what I
that?
mean? Yeah, yeah. And then her little fat rolls in the back don't keep her from feeling self conscious. You know what I'm saying?
How will she be addressing the mic the same way? Will she be?
Actually, she will be addressing the mic in a totally different way,
Show
like
me.
remixing it.
Show me.
Run to the D to the C, in my lion jacket. You know what I'm saying?
That
yeah.
part.
I'm gonna be a
That
rapper.
part. That
Be a
part.
rapper. She's gonna be different on the mic because the mic is no longer gonna be the same. The mic is gonna be different. The mic might be in her hand this time.
Show
the
me.
mic.
Show me real quick. Show me what it looks like.
Like
Act
no.
she's
I'm
right
just
now.
saying it's gonna be a big mic. It's gonna be like this.
Show me.
And then I'm gonna be, speaking at conferences in different places, and the woman that's gonna be sitting across from me won't be in the studio. It'll be a live studio
Our studio,
with the same production team.
same production team.
Yeah, because Mr. Mark is gonna be like, hey, we
Now let me
done
show you
came
something.
higher
Let me
heights.
show
Yeah,
you something.
yeah.
Watch this. A master put a shoestring in front of me. He put a shoestring in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
He asked me that same question. And he said, where are you on that journey? I said, probably somewhere in the center. He said, okay. So if this is your life between where you're starting and where you want to be, you say you're somewhere in the center, where at? Okay. He said, well, how do you think you're going to get to where you want to be faster? Which way do you travel?
Forward.
No. It actually isn't forward, actually. It's not forward. It's upward. He took the string and went like this, and the two pieces came together like that. He said, do you see that when you travel up and not forward, everything that was in the past, you walk on water and you miss every opportunity that was in there to block you, and everything that you wanted in the past just gravitated towards you and it came together like that? Because you went higher, you picked up the mic, you did it, you went higher, you elevated, and you became her in that moment. You skipped everything that you may have thought was going to stop you from being her. She came right when you called her. To me, I'm a tip. She came just right there on the spot because you went up. Keep moving up. That's called Jacob's ladder.
One thing I like about the Experience Exzneair segment is y'all be putting me on the spot for real. But I love it, and I love a good challenge. So I appreciate you for putting the mirror in my face today. I'm trying to hold my emotions in.
That's all I got for you. I'm not gonna. That's pretty much the.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
And it's really a bonus question because I want you to understand the detail of this, the reason why I had you on the show, the reason why I waited to the end of the season to have you on this show. You wrote, psych meds only slowed me down. I never got over that. What space were you in emotionally?
I said psych meds never slowed me down, despite the mental space that I'm in now. What I'm saying is, when they was hitting me with the Haldol shots, making me take all the medications and, putting me in that trance, the spirit in me was still like a laser. Like it was a laser. I did the experience. I've been duped. I've been bit. Self-inflicted, self-induced. I tried to overdose, but the spirit wouldn't let me die. I've seen the world so small that it looked like it's looking through a straw, through both eyes, and everything around it pitch black. But the tunnel wouldn't close.
Mm-hmm.
Right? What I'm saying is, despite where I'm at now, nothing could slow me down. Even though in the present, I still feel like some things are still all on me. It's on me. It's still on me. The pain is on me. The jacket is on me. The judgment is on me. The chastisement is on me. Everything is on me. But guess what? His blessing is on me. His gift is on me. His grace is on me. And guess what garment weighed the heaviest? His. That's what that means. It's on me. Because it was in me first. The overflow. It had never been on me looking like this. You hear me? This cape that's dripped in velvet. You hear me? What is that, velvet? What is this, grace? What is it, favor? Mwah. Why is it's called countenance? Remember Grandma always said, boy, you know a person's countenance. That means that your energy get there before you get there. The energy get there before you get there because it's in you and it overflew and flew out. That's what that means. That means my overflow is there. I don't care what you inject me with, hit me with, despite my mental, whatever. I'm infused and dripped and draped in grace. Stardust drip from me when I move. You ain't sneezing off. You say bless you just off of being around me. Bless me. You better say bless you when you're around me. I'm going to get blessings off of default, off of my stardust. Rip them off your shoes.
Yeah.
That is to remind you have star power. That foot right there represents star power. The other one represents firepower.
He's talking about my Mario and Luigi flip-flops. At this point, it's...
When you put these on, you hear me? When you put these on your feet, you supposed to hear... You supposed to be hearing shit going... What is that noise? That's hater shit bopping off of me. And you got firepower, your tongue. Hey. Green, go, red, stop. In every movie where the good guy, his color green, from the Green Hornet to everything, this represents love. This, stop. You can't even get near me. Can't even do it. Stop. Stop ahead of time, devil. You wasting your time. Them in the shoes you wear. It's right here. This is written. It's already written. That's what that means.
I love it. Not only do I you know what? I'm not even gonna say that right now. Where can people find you? Where can people get in contact with you?
You can find me in the cosmos if you tap into the alien. No, I'm just joking. Okay, so it's KING spacebar KHAMIT King Comet on all platforms. That's it. Just I don't care if you go to iHeart, Apple, YouTube, Pandora, Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I made it real simple for you, thanks to my manager. She broke it all the way down and said, keep everything the same. Mm-hmm. KING, spacebar, KHAMIT. And if you're in a rush and push KING, KHAMIT, some will pop up there too. Yeah. There's something there on the King comment without the space bar.
Yeah. And all of that will be in the description for you guys. Let me just say before we wrap up, I appreciate you so much. And I told myself that I was not going to get emotional, so I'm not. I'm just going to do my best to...
You know, the fact that you said you're not going to get emotional proves that you were emotional. So
yeah, I was already emotional.
And your pupils are dilating also.
I know, right? I want to thank you for being patient with me. Like I said, it was a reason why I waited as long as I did to have you on the show, because like I said, this is the last episode of season 1, Experience Exzneair. So this is a emotional day, but it's also a celebrate just success on my part for sticking to the game, you know what I mean? And I just remember the episode of Fresh Prince when the season ended and everybody went off to where they were going. They moved to New York, you know. Jeffrey, you know, he went back to London, and Will was just left there in the room on the carpet by itself. That's how I felt, and I had to think about it. Like,
and they came back with the light skin beard.
I know, right? And I felt like it's over. But season 1 is just coming to an end. Season 2, we coming back, y'all. We coming back hard, and I'm super excited about that. But I just think that this episode, like saying goodbye to the experience of being in here with all of these amazing people, you included at the end your story, and I am so thankful that you were able to express that to people, because someone needed to hear exactly what you spoke.
This is what survival look like. This is what grace look like.
And hopefully there are maybe a few correctional officers or people who could actually play this in the corrections, in the Department of Corrections, for people who are like you,
right?
So they can get a better understanding,
right? Rehabilitation.
Yes,
right.
yes. So not only am I thanking you, I'm going to thank all my listeners, all my people who supported me, subscribed, commented. I said I was not going to cry, y'all, but
let it out. You don't have to be tough.
I am just so thankful right now. And if it wasn't for the fact that you guys just even supported me, I would not be here. And it's not really about having subscribers. It is about getting on your platform and just being authentic. And that's just who I am. I'm not here for what y'all think. A lot of people get on these platforms and they want to be like seen. It's about them. I always wanted my show to be about people like you and other people. Let's talk about the real, let's get in there. And so I'm just super thankful, and look for me for season 2. It's going to be amazing. I am changing the name. So it's not going to be Experience Exzneair anymore. It's going to be the Exzneair Experience, because I really want my experience to be something that stands out. I want you to remember my name, and I want to leave my legacy. So until next time, you guys, this is Exzneair Williams.